It's your Mr. SRH 1995 coming at you with my first ever, and well, not ever, but my first in a long time Monday Night Raw review. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started, shall we? We kick off the night with a recap of last week where Seth Rollins was shown around the headquarters and then his statue was unveiled, but it was Sting under the curtain. And Sting beat the holy fuck out of Seth Rollins, which allowed us to get Rollins versus Sting at Night of Champions for the WWE Championship, which is fucking insane. Because I remember it being 6, going back and forth between Monday Night Raw is War and Monday Night WCW Monday Night Nitro and watching Sting. And now in 2015, he's getting a WWE title match. That blows my fucking mind. Alright. Then we get the opening, which is Sting talking about how Rollins isn't half the man Triple H is, how he's good, but he's not as good as he thinks he is, and how he's not a real man, he's more like a little boy, and he should strap in for the ride, because it's going to be one hell of a one. We then get to Steph backstage with Seth Rollins, telling him not to let Sting get under your skin, and also telling him, you're not half the man my husband is. Don't even start to think that you are, pretty much is what she said. We then get Ziggler versus Rusev. They had pretty much the same match they had at SummerSlam. It was a good, decent match. Ziggler hits the zigzag, gets the 1-2. Lana interferes. Not Lana. Summer Rae, who looks like Lana, interferes. Attacks Dolph. Dolph wins by disqualification. Lana beats the hell out of Summer Rae. And there you go. Dolph wins by DQ. I really wish this fucking storyline would just end. It's driving me nuts having to sit through and watch this on my television. We then get the Bellas in the ring, showing the Bellatron, counting down the seconds until she breaks AJ Lee's record and becomes the longest reigning Divas. And I hate that word, Divas. It should be Women's Champion in WWE history. Seriously, I hate the word diva. It should be the women's division, not the Divas division. It drives me fucking insane. That's why I like NXT a lot better. It's the NXT Women's Championship. So then we get the first of 3 Beat the Clock Sprint challenges with PCP, which is Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox. It was a very quick match. Becky Lynch beats Alicia Fox with the disarmor in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. So that is the time to beat later on in the night for Charlotte. We then get an interview with Ryback backstage saying how the Elimination Chamber didn't keep him down, the Staph infection didn't keep him down, the triple threat with Miz and Big Show didn't keep him down, and how he's going to be a fighting champion. Which leads to Ryback versus Big Show for the Intercontinental title on Raw, which is awesome. We got a title match on Raw. It's fucking insane. Good match. Really back and forth. These guys beat the holy hell out of each other. They're 2 big brutes, so obviously it's going to be physical. Miz is on commentary. He gets on the apron, distracts Big Show. Ryback picks him up, shell shocks his fat ass, and pins him 1, 2, 3. Ryback still Intercontinental Champion. We then get Charlotte versus Brie Bella. And Charlotte wins with the natural selection, her little somersault cutter. And she wins in 1 minute 40 seconds. So now that is the time to beat for Paige later on in the night. Then we get an interview with the Dudley Boys, and here is the gist. They have 2 goals. Everyone is going through a fucking table, and they're going to become the 10-time WWE Tag Team Champions, which will be the 25th or 26th title reign, because they have had every tag team title known to fucking man, pretty much. We then get Cesaro versus Owens, another SummerSlam rematch. This match was insane, incredible. It was a really good match. Owens hits Cesaro off the apron. Cesaro hits his ribs around the announce table. Goes for Cesaro's swing. He can't. His ribs are hurt. Gets super kicked in the ribs. Owens hits the pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Fight, Owens, fight. Kevin Owens is the winner of the match. Thank God you guys aren't ruining somebody for once. Alright. We then get Ziggler giving an interview, with Lana backstage to Renee Young, saying, I got a date tonight, I got to go get ready. I wish Summer Rae would stay at my matches, and he goes to take a shower. Then we see Summer Rae sneak into his locker room. We then get, sorry if I say this wrong, Braun Strowman, the new face of destruction, the black sheep of the Wyatt family, versus the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose with Roman Reigns in his corner. Strowman pretty much destroyed Ambrose, just fucking manhandled his ass. He then pushes Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hits Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman wins by disqualification. He destroys Reigns and Ambrose. He hits this move. It's kind of like he picks him up, right? And this move has a name. I just can't remember it. All right, he picks him up like an inverted Oklahoma pickup, and then flips him into like a cutter. It's a pretty sick move. He hits it on Roman Reigns, and he then picks up Roman Reigns. Feeds him to Bray. Bray hits the Sister Abigail. The Edo Worlds has destroyed 2/3 of the Shield. We then get Seth Rollins backstage saying how he is going to destroy Sting, and how he is better than Triple H. He is the man now. Triple H was the man then. It's pretty much what he just got at. So we then get Paige versus Sasha Banks in the third and final Beat the Clock Sprint Challenge. Paige did not win. She did not beat the clock. It ran out. Therefore, I guess it's a loss. I mean, no one got beat. It was just a match until time ran out. Which means Charlotte is the #1 contender and will face Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship at Night of Champions. So then, we get Lana backstage with Renee Young, right after Summer Rae runs out of Ziggler's locker room, and Ziggler's just in a towel. Summer says how she'll never forget how Ziggler was when he was naked and then he came on to her. Ziggler says the opposite. And Lana cries and walks away. And we find out later in the night that Thursday night on SmackDown, we're going to have Miz TV, Dolph, and Lana. Alright. We then get New Day versus the Dudley Boys in the first match on Raw in 10 fucking years. My God, is this awesome that the Dudleys are back. Alright, pretty good back and forth match. Nothing super exciting happens other than the New Day is trying to save the tables. They're trying to save their own ass and not get put through one. They put a table on bubble wrap. Primetime players are on the commentary table. They said they're used to not being noticed. The Dudley Boys haven't mentioned them yet. They want a shot at the Dudley Boys and at the tag titles. They have a rematch clause, of course. Dudley's hit the 3D on Kofi Kingston. Get the 1-2-3. The Dudley Boys here win. They're going to put Big E through a table with a 3D, but Xavier Woods pulled Big E out the ring to save his ass just in time. So the Dudley Boys won in a really great tag match. So we get to the ending of the night. Seth Rollins calls out Sting. Sting doesn't come out. Stephanie McMahon comes out and said, "You better not compare yourself to my husband again." And then he calls Sting out again. Who comes out? John Cena. And I don't need it. Alright. So John Cena pretty much says, the Authority will stab you in the back just like you stabbed your friends in the back. And that's why they chose you, because you were the only one in the Shield who would stab your brothers in the back. So then Cena says, it was the Authority who said every title will be defended at Night of Champions. And you're going to defend the WWE title against Sting. But I'm cashing in my rematch clause for the United States title. Rollins says that's not going to happen and there's no chance in hell. Stephanie McMahon says yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, at Night of Champions, Rollins will not only have to defend the WWE title against the icon Sting, he's going to have to defend the United States Championship against the franchise, the 15-time WWE Champion, John Cena. Now, this is either going to turn into a triple threat, or it's going to be what I think it is, Rollins having to pull double duty and have 2 matches in one night. In which case, I think he's going to lose one or both of the titles. But we'll get to that in my Night of Champions predictions and later on in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, this Raw was it was lackluster except for the Dudleys and, the Rollins, Cena, Sting stuff. So, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It wasn't super exciting. It wasn't super terrible. So, that's my thoughts and opinions on Raw. If you watched it, leave a comment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. My Twitter and Facebook will be in the description box, as always. And my Twitch will be as well. I have a Twitch now. So, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, stay classy. And as always, peace out.